Bah, I was walking next to the palace and the soldiers chased me away. Weak-willed. Aquabomb. And a little bit of money. I don't know why, this place seems huge. Some people see a fountain in the middle of town as excessive. Me, I happen to like it. Okie dokie. Me too, I do like fountains. This one is pretty. I see more and more buildings in Numara equipped with magic engines. Getting very hard to live. Ah, okay. I hear that the Crimson Forest outside of town is home to certain rare monsters. Everyone says that it's good luck to run into one. Good luck? To run into a monster? You think so? Oh, is that a cat girl? What is it? Are my ears that weird looking? No. They sure are. Not really. Really? So why did you talk to me then? Because you look weird. No, because you look cute. But we can't say that. Because we're 1,000 years old. Kaim. Wanna play with me? Hide and seek? Sure. Okay then, let's play tag. I'll run off and you try to catch me. Up. Oh, okay. Where are you off to? Well, she's not running too fast. So I guess we can just let her run. Did we catch her now? Wow, you got me. That's weird. I thought that it'd be a lot faster. I'd be a lot faster than you. Well, it was still fun, so whatever. Here you can have this. I found it on the road. Pretty, don't you think? What is it? Slot seed. We have one of those. Bye bye. Let's play again real soon. Okie dokie. Will she be there again? Maybe not. I like her clothing. There are some pretty strange folks gathered on this street. They're like artists or something. What's so weird about artists? You can see the works of almost all of Numara's artists if you go to the salon over there. I see the cat girl. Again. What is it? Wanna play with me again? Well, can we win something again? Then sure. Okay, let's play hide and seek this time. I've got the perfect hiding place. You want a hint? Well, it's a key. What? Something that's shaped like a key? Or does she mean it's needed? I'm tired of it. He was the one who suggested going on the gondola for our date. But just how long does he expect me to wait? Yeah. He's either lost or he's not a guy you should be waiting for. That's a red flag. Ooh. Well, can we find anything specific in here? Or maybe we can help an artist out or something? Art in this trashy salon? Don't make me laugh. All these kids do is make out with each other. What? There's not even a couple in here that's standing that close. I can feel everyone's hearts shine in this salon. Okie dokie. Light from that window has a very unique effect on the room. Okay. The fact is that the masses just don't have... Okay, nothing of interest. Welcome to my salon. Oh, hello there. Have you been to my shop yet? I mean, the place where I work, at Nim's Luxurious Place. You're welcome anytime. You have a shop? Oh, but the soldiers have been breathing down his neck lately, so you'll need a password to enter the main showroom. Okay, so what is it? Once the clerk stops you, tell him that you're there on Totomi's recommendation from the salon. Okay, Totomi's. Totomis is the brother of the salon's owner, and he's one of our best customers. Don't forget the password. I hope I won't forget it. Well, I try to keep that in mind. Totomis. Okie dokie. I almost wanted to say Totoro. I watch too much Studio Ghibli. But I love those movies. Almost every single one of them are masterpieces. I feel so bad about that girl on the gondola. She's just standing there, hoping that her date will come. Oh? When I grow up, I'm gonna be a mercenary. Why? Well, come on, aren't they just so cool? My mom says I gotta help out in the shop, but forget about that. Well, you're just a kid right now, so you could help out in the shop. If I was a mercenary, I'd be a million times more famous than a soldier. All the nations in the world will want me on their side. It'll be so awesome. Are we gonna get a dream since it triggered? Dream time! Let's go! I'm ready. The ramparts will fall to the enemy. It is just a matter of time. They will mount their attacks at dawn. The main body of the Allied forces has already drawn far back from the front. Only the mercenaries are left behind the barricade. Their orders: defend it to the death. These men who have gone from battlefield to battlefield know exactly what that means. The talkative mercenary. Wonder what this is gonna be about. They just left us here to die, chuckles the one called Toma in darkness. Too thick for a person to make out his own hand. They want us to buy time so the main force can pull farther back. We're supposed to be their shields, performing our final service for our employers. His dry, papery laugh shakes the darkness. Time says nothing in reply. Other mercenaries must be gathered there around them in the blackness. But all keep their thoughts to themselves. I wonder where they are. Mercenaries have nothing to say to each other on the battlefield. They might be on the opposite sides in the next battle. At a time like this especially, when they have to defend the barricade against the enemy's withering attack. They can't spare the time even to look at each other's faces. Time knows nothing about this fighter called Toma. His voice sounds young. He probably has very little experience as a mercenary. If a man grows talkative in the face of death, it means that, deep down somewhere, he has a weakness that prevents him from becoming a true soldier. A mercenary with even a hint of such weakness can never cheat death and live to see another day. It is the law of the battlefield, and a man like Toma will only learn that law in the moment before he loses his life. We're still in this Kaim stream, right? Yes, it is. We're done for. We'll all be dead in the morning. We'll have that silent homecoming they talk about. I can't stand it. I just can't stand it. In the darkness, No voices rise to second those sentiments. It's too late for talk like this. The day they choose the mercenaries' path was when they should have resigned themselves to death. They sold their lives for a little money. They prolonged their lives a day at a time by taking the lives of one enemy after another. That's what a mercenary is. Nothing more, nothing less. Kid, you don't want to be a mercenary. Hey, can anybody hear me? How many of us are here? We're all going to die together. We'll just be a line of corpses in the morning. Don't shut up now. Answer me. No one says a thing. Instead of voices, the silent darkness begins to fill with a tangible sense of annoyance. Wordlessly together on the battlefield, wordlessly to fight the enemy, and just as wordlessly to die. That is the rule of the mercenary, the aesthetic of the mercenary, if such an expression may be permitted. But Thoma has taken it upon himself to abandon that aesthetic. I'm clicking. I knew it was hopeless from the start. Headquarters didn't know what they were doing. There was no way a strategy like that could work. You know what I'm talking about, don't you guys? We had to lose. It's a total mess. I wish to hell I had joined the other side. Then we could have gotten a mountain of cash for winning. We could have drunk ourselves blind. We could have had all the women we wanted. I could have gone either way on this one, but I picked the wrong side to fight on. Well, if you care only about money. Hey you, an older voice booms out of the darkness. An angry voice. Yeah, what? Answers Thoma. His voice more vibrant now at having at last found someone willing to talk with him. As if to crush his momentary enthusiasm, the other man goes on. How about shutting up a while? If you really want to run off at the mouth that much, I can send you to the next world a step ahead of the rest of us. I'm sorry. Instantly dejected, Thoma falls silent and the darkness goes still again. The stillness is charged, however, with a deep tension, far deeper even than before Thoma started talking. Should have had water by my side. The veteran warriors know. Watch out for talkative men. Being talkative means trusting in the words. Trusting too much in words. Words are useless on the battlefield. You take up your weapon in silence. You steel yourself in silence. Fight in silence. You kill the enemy, or he kills you in silence. All the mercenaries have had lived this way, all but the talkative one. A soldier who clings too desperately to words may cling just as desperately to something else. To the sweet trap of betrayal, for example, or the seduction of desertion under fire, or the lure of madness. We're all mad here. Is that it? Kaim has often seen pitiful mercenaries who, unable to endure the terror of being surrounded by the enemy, go berserk and attack men from their own side. Ooh. Will Thoma prove to be another such case? The possibility is great, and no doubt the other men are thinking the same thing too. In the stillness, they turn the same gazes toward Thoma that they reserve for confrontations with the enemy, looking for any signs of change in his demeanor. The moment they perceive the slightest threat in him, a blade will soundlessly pierce the left side of his chest. Do not make a mistake, because then will... The silence continues. Not even the usual all-night cries of insects can be heard tonight, as they were last night. Perhaps the insects knew enough to clear out in advance of the enemy's dawn attack. The thought reminds Chaim that he saw no birds in the area yesterday either, although animals come to snatch food when the men first built this fortification. There's been no sign of them for several days now. Animals have mysterious powers of foreknowledge that humans have lost. This becomes painfully obvious from any visit to a battlefield. Well, if the animals are gone, I'm gone. There can be little doubt that the animals have turned their backs on this barricade. Right about now, in some distant forest, a huge flock of blackbirds may be taking wing in search of human corpses to strip off their flesh. It's feast time, boys. They already know, somehow. Once the sun is fully up, the battle will be over. If they don't get here first, they lose their feast to a flock from another forest. Their black bodies hidden against the night sky. Those birds are probably flying for all they're worth. A voice in the night, Thomas' voice, weeping. Listen, you guys, I don't know how many of you are out there, but we're all going to die in the morning, or most of us. Maybe 1 or 2 will live to escape. No more. Think about it. Those are lousy odds. You've all been through this before. You're veterans, war heroes. You're probably not scared. But even so, even if you're not scared, don't you think this is stupid? Huh? Tell me. You've been through a lot more battles than I have, so tell me, what the hell are we here for? We don't hate the enemy, we don't owe the leaders on our side anything, but we've got to kill the enemy and follow our leaders' orders, and we're still going to end up dead? Tell me, you guys, don't you think it's pointless? Don't you think it's stupid? Well, like I said, I would have been gone. As soon as the birds and animals were gone, I'd be just off out of there. The only response to Toma is the impatient click of a tongue in the darkness, followed by someone else's sigh of annoyance. I can't take it any longer, says Toma. I hate this. And now he is sobbing. All I wanted was some money and maybe something better to eat and maybe nicer clothes. I would have been happy with that. What a mistake I made. Taking work like this, I never should have done it. Chaim keeps all his senses open for movement in the night. Aside from himself and Toma, 5 other soldiers are crouching down in the darkness. Not bad. All are experienced warriors. They would not have been able to put up with Thomas whining otherwise. If they let themselves get angry and started shouting at him or grabbing him by the throat or wailing away at him, they would just end up consuming their strength and energy before their work started at dawn. If this is an assemblage of men who know how to keep their silence, the chances for life are that much greater. Assuming, that is, that the talkative, weeping man does not become too great a burden for the rest of them. He must not be feeling good. Still sobbing, Toma continues to curse his fate. Suddenly, something is different, something stirs in the silence. This could be bad, Chaim thinks, sharpening his attentiveness still more. When dawn breaks, Toma will get in our way. Because of him, the possibility for life will wither. The mercenaries know that, and because they know it, they might do whatever it takes for them to secure for themselves even the slightest added chance to live. Do they mean they will kill him? I don't want to die here, I tell you. Not now, not here, like a worthless dog. You guys feel the same way, don't you? Moonlight shines down from a rift in the clouds. For a split second, Thomas' tear-stained face appears in the darkness. He is even younger than Kaim imagined from the sound of his voice. He is practically a boy. The clouds hide the moon again and thick black darkness enfolds everything once more. That's why the boy reminded him. It's even worse when it's a kid. A dull light stirs in the depth of the darkness. Without a word, Kaim darts wind-like toward it. He was able to gauge the distance between himself and Toma during the flash of moonlight. Kaim grabs Toma's arm. Something hard falls to the ground. The dull light flashes again, this time at their feet, and melts again into the darkness. A knife. Driven by the fear of death, Toma was trying to slit his own throat. Toma twists away and tries to free his arm from Kaim's grasp, but Kaim chops him in the solar plexus. Without uttering a sound, Toma passes out. Wow, this is dark. This is really dark. With Toma slung across his back, Kaim strides through the darkness. Eventually, Toma wakes and trashes his legs to get loose. Stop it! Let me go! Kaim lowers him to the ground. Every once in a while, the moon comes out. Check your direction when that happens. Go straight toward the setting moon, Kaim says gently. What the hell are you talking about? It's the only way you can get out of here. Kaim has chosen the thinnest part of the enemy's encirclement. Of course, there is no guarantee that getting through here will save him. From now on, Toma will have to believe in his own luck and abilities. Are you coming too? Toma asks. No, I'm going back. You escape alone. Why? You come too. Let's both escape. Come with me. I love this melody, but it's somehow sad. Toma clings to Kaim's arm as he pleads with him, but Kaim gives him a hard slap on the cheek. The flesh of that cheek is too soft to belong to a veteran warrior. It is the flesh of a boy, a kid. You go alone. But why? To live? That's why. What about you? You want to live too, don't you? You should run away with me and don't want to die, do you? Want to live? No, Kaim has no great desire to live. He lives because there is nothing else he can do. He lives because he has to. Toma is far too young. His own burden of life far too fragile for him to know the pain of such a life. A pretty drawing. We live to fight, that's what mercenaries do. But get the hell out of here. You're ruining it for the rest of us. You guys will never win this battle. So why not run away? It's our job to fight. With that, Kaim turns on his heels and starts back to the way they came. Toma stands there, watching Kaim move away. And a moment later, he himself darts into the western forest. I have a slight bad feeling. To fight or to flee. Kaim cannot know which holds out the greater promise for life. He also believes it is better not to know. Except, I hope you make it, boy, he mutters, walking on. The eastern sky is beginning to brighten little by little. Soon the enemy's all-out attack will begin. Oh, that is so pretty. From the western forest, You birds take to the air. Perhaps it means that a small-scale battle has started in the silence, or that the poor young mercenary has been felled. His back to the enemy. Kaim does not look back or break his stride. He feels certain he has seen that talkative mercenary before. Before the war broke out, the boy was selling fruit in the market along the highway. He was a good boy. Took good care of his mother. The women of the market were saying, "Live a long, full life," kind wishes for the boy as he himself walks on, glaring at the lightening eastern sky. I wonder how many stories there are. I know that if you go to an inn and sleep, you can probably just scroll down and see how many there are. But maybe there might be some kind of hidden ones that are like bonus streams. People said that Ura's already down for the count, so I guess I'll be heading for Gotza instead. Kid, just don't be a mercenary. Then it's fine. Is this the dog? Is this Moo? This must be the dog that kid in front of a palace was looking for. Oh, hey. Guess it's going back to its master by itself. We don't even have to escort it. Then we don't have to go now. Or do we? I don't see a timer for it, so we might be able to go there. Oh, I see a chest. I see a chest. I'm gonna get you. Place is big. I'm already kinda lost. Oh, there's a man waiting on a gondola. Is that girl waiting at the wrong place, or is he waiting at the wrong place? I guess he told her a place, and he didn't say the directions completely right. I think it's something like that, if that's him. It would be fun though. It would be better than him ghosting her. Now how do I get to him? Not that way. Get lost, what? Back in the day there was no stronger queen. Oh, no one stronger than Queen Ming in magic energy. Wow. Now's the best time to shop since there aren't many people here at this time of day. He said that Queen Ming is the strongest magic user. Of course, that's why Jansen did nothing. Makes sense. He just pretended to be asleep. He was like, oh, I'm feeling so sleepy. Good actress. But she was smart. Welcome, what are you looking for? Stuff? Well, I can't shop anything. There's nothing to shop here. Well, let's continue. Might come back here. There should be some kind of hidden shop. They told me. Totomis. What? That store with the flowery decorations? There's nothing suspicious about it. Nothing at all. Now that is suspicious. That one store on this street has a great selection of goods, but there's something fishy about it. What? That's quite an expensive store over there. Speaking of which, I've never seen the owner there once, only the store clerks. Have you ever seen him before? What? Must be the owner I met at the salon, right? Do you know something? There's something weird about this shop. Something about that room in the back, the one that no one is allowed to go in. Oh, but I have a password. I talked with him. I'm sorry, but that room at the end is off limits to regular customers. Say the password. Ah, so Tommy's invited you. Please go ahead. Oh, I just had to go into it. Well, well, it's rare to see other customers here beside me. Here, I let you in on a little something. Weapon lover to Tommy's. Do you guys use any rings? Well, some rings have Ultra in their name, like Flame Ring Ultra, for example. Yeah? Those rings have been reworked to enhance the user's abilities. They do this by expanding the range of the target ring. If you don't have any, try to assemble at least 1 or 2 of them. Well, I don't think I have one. Weapons and armor are actually prohibited in Numara, but look at the sheen on this blade. Don't you think that's what beauty is all about? Hey, are you here too? Oh, this is somebody else. Yes, I would like to browse your wares. What you got? Ooh, steel sword and force staff. I might. Yes, and I might buy. Should I buy one more? Or should I try it out first? Let's try it out first. Hello travelers, are you familiar with the art of ring assembly? Am I right? But you're not satisfied with just any normal assembly, are you? Believe me, we've all been there. Huh? Can you teach me something? Me, I don't assemble rings with components. I take existing rings and then reassemble them to create completely new rings. Huh? And you know what else? The rings that I create even have multiple effects. Oh, that's really good. Oh, and I won't charge you a cent either. This is my life's work. You see? So how about it? Would you like one? Yes! Assemble a ring, yes. What can we do? What does yellow mean? Oh, probably means that we can create this one. Herculean ring, damage up and critical up. Now we have one. We don't have osmosis ring. Oh, turtle? Hardened killer, bio killer. We don't have any component. Fire, flame ring, fire and damage up. We could make this one, flying beast ring, beast killer, aerial killer. Then I hope we find one, flying beast. This one would have been good with that first boss. That huge griffon. What was his name? Grilligan. Gillian. I don't know. Grilligan, I think it was. And the second one was Bogimori? Bogimore? Boogeyman. That's what his name's gonna be. Well, now we know where the hidden shop is. White square. Have we checked everything here? Where's that cat girl? My friends were playing up on the roof before, but they won't tell me how to climb up there. Oh, you can go up the roof? Or was I up the roof? These back streets are like a maze. Just make sure you don't get lost or you may never make it out alive. Really? Examine. Another seed. Oh, we're gonna plant so many trees. Ah, there she is! You little... Ah, you found me. I thought for sure you'd never get me here. What does this have to do with a key? Did the building have a key icon or something? How the heck did you get in here? It was locked, wasn't it? Hehe. Well, hello there. Do you have the new key for me? Yep, my dad's busy. So I brought it over for him. Here you go. Whew, thank you. My old key was broken, so I couldn't open the door anymore. Was it because it was locked? I was told remaking it would take days. Your father's an exceptional skilled man, though. He did the job in a fraction of the time. He does sound skilled. Well, here's your payment. Say thanks to your father for me, will you? The guy who runs this shop is my dad's best friend, so he asked him to repair his broken key. So you snuck in with that key? That's not really fair at all, you know? Really, but we managed to get inside. Hey, it is too fair. Oh, here, this is what the shopkeeper gave me. My dad has a ton of these, so you can have them. What is it? Is it money? Mana earrings! Oh, sounds like something for Jansen. Bye bye, let's play again real soon. They probably give MP. Are we gonna guess, guys? I think so. Increases max MP. MP up 1. Oh, so there are several others. I see, I see. Oh, something glistening. But first, we're gonna check in the wardrobe. We got a bomb. We got a new product in today. The customers all love how beautiful it is. I want to keep one for myself, but it doesn't look like I'll be able to. What is it? What is it? Couldn't he tell us what it was? A beautiful product? A tiara for Kaim? Yes, please. Or give me a pair of cat ears. That would look nice on Seth. Can I help you with something? No? If you'd like to purchase something, just go to the counter. Where? Which counter? In this? This room? Hey! The man on the gondola! I got to him now. This is strange. I'm supposed to meet my girl here, but she's nowhere to be seen. Boy, let me tell you, she is waiting for you. Huh? My girlfriend's waiting at another stop? Oh crap. I did it again. Thanks a lot. I better get to her quick. Oh, they were together. Did I miss that? Wait, what? You want me to get that box for you? Yeah, sure. It won't be much trouble. Pretty shrewd of you guys. Just jump up there and get me the treasure. I mean, I gave him some information. He would have been single if I wasn't telling him this. Shine obtained. Thanks for tipping me off. Hope she isn't too mad at me. Well, she might have just broken up with you, but... we'll see. We'll see, we'll see. A mistake is a mistake, but you've done it several times, it seems. You're probably not on her happy side right now. This place is really big. Now what is this? Oh! This is the shop. What do you have? Oops. Oh my god. All berry kid? Yes. I have every single one of them. That's good. Now I know we have to check all the shops so I don't miss anything. Kalolon. Ah. Transforms one party member from human to Kelelon. Let's just buy something. Which is dizziness? What does dizziness do? Is it like confusion when you hit your own companions? Oh, that would suck. That would really suck. Oh, what's that pretty box there? It makes me satisfied just looking at it. Oh, was that the pretty thing? Can I buy it? Nothing else. Numarans always pay attention to the little details. That's our style. Excuse me, I'm afraid you can't enter this room. It's our administrative office. But I was just there! I was just there, my dude. I guess you don't remember me from 3 seconds ago. You know, I said I had bad memory, but this guy... his memory is even worse. Okie dokie. And now what? When I was younger, we would use gondolas to get around. We got by with nature, not magic power. But it would be nice though. Oh, another dream? Thank you, now the loading's all taken care of. But are you sure this is okay? Won't the captain yell at you if he finds out how much you helped me? Ah, don't worry about it. This sort of thing we can handle in a flash. Yeah, think of it as payback for all the hot lunches you've made us. If you need any more help, just give us a call. Oh my god, what is this story gonna be about? Let's go, let's go, let's go. I'm so hyped. Dream has been revealed. Do it. And it starts sad. Letters from a weakling. Interest. Once there was a woman who came from a foreign land to marry into an old family. Her husband was from a tiny village in the mountains, but he was working in a thriving harbor town abroad when he met and fell in love with her. At the time, he asked her to marry him. His father in his home country collapsed and died. Being the eldest son in his family, the young man had no choice but to return to his homeland. Taking her with him, of course. I'm sorry, I just stumble a lot with my English words. Her name was Minna. This was not a name used by the women of his homeland. Indeed, her name was not the only thing about her that was different. The color of her skin, hair and eyes, and the language she spoke were all different. Had the young man's hometown been a harbor city where people of many different lands crossed paths, there would have been nothing unusual about this. In such places there were any number of homes that welcomed foreign men and women into the family, generation after generation. But this is about as deep in the country as you can get, the young man told Kaim. Sighing on the night he made Mina his wife, Kaim had rushed here all the way from the harbor town in the far country to attend the wedding. At the banquet, the young man had given Kaim a look, and the two had slipped away from the festivities. They were standing in the garden, looking up at the night sky. This is also very pretty. When the eldest son marries, his wishes are of no importance. What matters is family. The two families negotiate the engagement, and a bride is chosen who is acceptable to the groom's parents. That's how it was with my parents, and my grandparents did the same. I know what you mean, Kaim said with a nod. Judging from the formal wedding ceremony, it was easy to imagine the highly conservative nature of the area, and just as easy to imagine that the relatives had not welcomed Mina into the family. It starts very troublesome. Very troublesome indeed. Alex, Kaim said to the young man. Yes? The young man answered, still looking up at the sky. You're the only one who can protect Mina, you know. I know that much, Kaim. Mina is a wonderful girl. I know that too, of course. The three were good friends. Kaim and Alex had worked together offloading ships at the pier. And also together they had often gone to the neighborhood where Mina worked in an outdoor stall. Even now, Kaim retains the bittersweet memory of Alex and Mina struggling to communicate in each other's languages. Well, they still ended up together, so that's sweet. But I don't like that his family doesn't seem to welcome her. You know, Kaim, Alex said that night under the sky. I think you sensed it too. But Mina was drawn less to me than to... Kaim cut him short. Never mind, he said with a pained smile. Of course, Kaim knew how Mina felt. And if he had responded to her feelings, she and Alex would not have been married here today. Oh, shit. But Kaim had held back. Instead, he had urged Alex to pursue his love for Mina and help the two come face to face. He felt no regrets about having played the part of an unlikely Cupid for them. Destined to continue his never-ending journey, Kaim was unable to love Mina in return. I understand that. He would never die. But she was interested in him. One of Alex's uncles stepped out of the house, drunk. Oof. Hey Alex, what are you doing out there? He growled. The groom can't be absent from the reception. Sure, I'll be right there, Alex said, turning toward his uncle. Kaim tapped him on the shoulder. Make Mina happy, Alex. Leave it to me, he answered with a smile. This is probably gonna turn dark. It feels like no dream has had a happy ending. Can't this one have one, please? Come on, said the uncle. Hurry up. The groom's supposed to sit there the whole time. The entire family is here and we're going to drink the night away. He grabbed Alex's hand and dragged him back into the house. The man was all smiles with Alex. But when he glanced at Kaim, his borderline polite smile could not disguise the gleam of distrust in his eyes for an outsider. Kaim was sure he had noticed that same gleam, though perhaps not as openly displayed, in eyes that alighted on Mina. So that was the kind of village to which Minna had come as a bride. You'd better make her happy, Alex, Chaim called out again, toward his friend's receding form. I'm counting on you. But now the uncle had his arm around Alex's shoulder, and he was noisily monopolizing his nephew's attention. Alex never heard those words from. Oh guys, I have such a bad feeling about this. This is probably gonna be really sad. Gosh. It was 3 months later when Alex came to visit Chaim at work on the pier. I'm in town on a buying trip, so I thought I'd stop by to say hello, Alex announced. But judging from the fatigue evident on his friend's face, Chaim had a pretty good idea of his real reason for coming here. As casually as possible, Chaim asked, "How is Minna doing?" With a feeble smile, Alex replied, "After the wedding, things happened." Minna had been accepted neither as a member of the family nor as a resident of the village. There were too many differences in daily customs and culture, but the one thing that made Minna too different for the tiny village was the brown color of her skin. Oh my freaking god. What a bunch of freaking racists. And what did he do? Alex, what the frick did you do? Did you not protect her? Aren't you protecting her? Who is this idiot man? If only she could speak with people. Minna is trying her best to learn our language, but my mother and the other relatives make no attempt to learn hers. Not so much as a good morning or a thank you. They insist it's up to the daughter-in-law to do all the adapting. Still, Minna was working hard to draw closer to Alex's family and birthplace. She would be the first one out to the fields in the morning, work without a break until the sun went down, and do sewing until late at night. She would try to talk to people in the local dialect that Alex had taught her, using gestures and body language, and she would apologize profusely with abject smiles whenever she failed to understand what they were saying. Chaim could easily imagine Minna going through these exertions, which made Alex's report all the more painful to him. That is freaking horrible. Minna is really trying her best to fit in, but it seems like no one is accepting her. Oh, this is just like in real life. Man. You should come to visit us now and then, Chaim. Minna would love to see you too. Chaim responds vaguely with a silent nod. When Alex added, "I want you to come and cheer her up," he said nothing in reply. What's wrong, Chaim? Are you angry? I'm not going to visit. Why not? You promised me you'd make her happy, remember? We agreed that you're the only one who can do that. But still... Sorry, I haven't got time for this. I have to get this ship loaded before it sails at sunset. Well, I understand, Chaim. Alex is the one that should make her feel welcome and at home. He should protect her. With this curt dismissal, Chaim turned away and continued working. Alex stared at him from behind, looking frustrated and confused. Chaim could feel his friend's gaze on his back. Because he could feel it, he kept working without another backward glance. Eventually, Alex gave up and left. Neither man spoke words of farewell. But, I mean, Chaim could contact her and just cheer her up a little bit, but I don't think he wants to do that just because he doesn't want to come between them, their relationship. God, he's silent. A year after the wedding, Mina gave birth to a son. The boy had brown skin like his mother. He had just started crawling when Alex visited Chaim again. There was talk of a divorce, Alex said. There's nothing wrong with our relationship. Mina and I love each other. That's for certain. But my mother and the relatives say there is no way they can accept a brown-skinned child as the family heir. His existence supposedly harms the marriage prospects of my younger brother and sister too. So they want us to send the baby to Mina's family. It's gone that far. Oh my gosh! What the fuck is this? This is just horrible. And to think that people actually go through this. Alex had lost a great deal of weight. He was obviously living with much pain every day. Trapped as he was between family and Mina, none of this made sense to Chaim. However trapped Alex might be, as long as he was firm on what was important to him, there could only be one answer to his family's demands, and he should be able to arrive at it without anguish or confusion. Alex, you're so dumb. Stand up to your family. I know how strong you are, Alex sighed, speaking to Chaim's back as Chaim went on hoisting huge, spine-snapping crates in silence. The longshoremen here were well paid for handling crates on their own, loads that it would take 3 ordinary men to lift. The daily wage was calculated by the number of loads each man lifted, so asking for help would result in a pay cut. For this reason, Chaim and the others never complained or asked for help. They would lift even the heaviest loads by themselves. Alex had been like that too. If someone nearby asked him, "Are you going to be okay with that?" he would be all the more determined to do it on his own. Fine, fine, he would smile and, gritted his teeth, he would lift the giant load. Nobody is even concerned about health. If you break your back and such. But Alex was not like that anymore. I'm starting to think that maybe in the long run, tying Mina down to a life in my village is just going to make her unhappy. My relatives say they'll support Mina and the baby, so it's not as if I'd be abandoning her or chasing her away. It's just that, for both our sakes, starting a new life. Having finished piling crates on deck, Chaim turned toward Alex for the first time. He was looking down at Alex on the pier. And you're all right with that? Huh? If you're convinced it's the right thing, then go ahead and do it. It's not for me to interfere. Yeah, Chaim really does not want to have a part in this. Kinda understand him, but also, Chaim, as a friend, maybe you should say something. Alex's features disordered under the impact of Chaim's words. Chaim said nothing more, but went back to work. Chaim said, oh, I already read that. His anger and frustrations were reaching the boiling point. Alex had no idea that Mina had been writing to Chaim on occasion since shortly after the wedding, about the hardships she had been facing in the home of her husband's family. She said not a word. Instead, she would spell out how happy her current life was and declare repeatedly how much Alex loved her. Always, the letters would end like this. I'm sure you too must be living happily, Chaim. She wasn't telling the truth. Of course not. Oh my god, she seems like such a kind-hearted person and doesn't want to involve anyone else in her misery. No, she is struggling in silence. Oh, I don't like where this is going, I don't. This was why Alex's report of the situation at home had filled him with such intense anger and frustration. He had never answered Minna's letters. He felt certain that if he were to write to her, whether with words of encouragement or comfort, or even playing along with her sad lies, something important that gave her spiritual support would snap in two. Come see the baby, Chaim, Alex pleaded. Minna would be thrilled if you'd do that. Instead of responding to Alex, Chaim called out to him from on deck. See that crate over there? Can you lift it? The crate near Alex was of the same size and weight as the one that Chaim had just loaded onto the ship. In the old days, Alex would not have hesitated to carry it up to the ship, every muscle in his body shuddering. Now, however, Alex gave Chaim one timid glance, and smiling to hide his embarrassment, said only, "Not me." Well, you can't even carry your pride. Chaim said nothing more. He felt strongly that their long friendship had come to an end. Though in fact, for Chaim, whose life would go on through all eternity, it had been nothing more than a momentary acquaintance. But still an important one, it seems like. Chaim has been on his endless journey ever since. Now and then he thinks back to those bygone days. Both Alex and Minna long ago came to dwell among his distant memories. The kind of memories that revive with a deep sense of bitterness. And they are there to this day. But what happened? Alex made his third trip to see Chaim a year after the baby was born. Having wasted away to a mere shadow of his former self, Alex stared vacantly at Chaim, and his voice lacked all intonation as he announced Minna's death. She had killed herself! Hanged herself in the barn. Chaim was amazed at his own detachment as he took in Alex's words. Oh no. I am trying not to cry. Minna's letters had stopped coming several months earlier. Either she no longer needed to spin those sad little lies about being accepted by Alex's family and the townsfolk, or she had lost the strength to invent them anymore. In effect, it was the latter. Chaim was learning now. To the very end, she could not make anyone accept her. My mother, my family, or the town. Alex said tearfully. She was all alone. Finally, to the very end. Without a word, Chaim punched Alex in the face. Alex seemed to know and accept the fact that the punch would be coming. He did nothing to resist or defend himself. The fist hit him full on and sent him sprawling in the road. Oh my god, I too wanted to smack him, but I want to smack his family the most. I mean, Alex for sure isn't feeling well either, because he's a mere shadow now, but still. He was the one that was supposed to be her pillar. Why? Chaim demanded to know. Why did you say she was all alone? And when Alex righted himself, he smashed him in the face again. Alex began coughing violently and uncontrollably, and when he spat up a gob of blood, a broken back tooth came out with it. Chaim knew well enough that Alex had been suffering too, that he had been engaged in a desperate struggle to do something about being trapped between family and wife. Otherwise, he would never have wasted away so dramatically from the brawny young man he used to be. As well as he knew this, however, Chaim could not forgive him. He had promised. He had given his word. He would make Minna happy. He would protect her. Chaim could never forgive Alex for failing to make good on his oath. But it did say he didn't hear those words. Because of his uncle. This is such a heavy story. Wiping the blood from his mouth with the back of his hand, Alex dragged himself to his feet. "I know how strong you are," said to Chaim, as he had once before. But this time his words took on a far sadder tone. "But let me tell you this, Chaim. My mother and my relatives and the others, their way of looking at things is not completely crazy. Yeah, it is. To live in peace and quiet in the country, you have to follow the country's special rules. Fuck them. It just so happens that one of those rules was not to accept a bride like Minna. I was born and raised in that village, and I know the village code. Know it all too well. Which is why I have been in such pain all these months. I am a weakling, I suppose. In your eyes. I'm probably so weak you want to spit on me. So laugh at me. Hit me. Despise me if you want to. Come on, hit me again." Oh, I wanna freaking drown you! What about the son? Was it the son? What about the baby? Alex thrust his face at Chaim for more punishment, and Chaim threw another punch. This one landed squarely on his nose, and may have broken it. Alex crumpled to his knees. The blood that gushed from his nose was blacker than the blood from his mouth. Alex looked up at Chaim with a smile of self-derision. "Minna should have been with you." "That's what I think. If she had married you and not some weakling like me, she'd still be alive." With a wordless, strangled cry of rage, Chaim lunged at Alex, grabbing him by the collar and hoisting him to his feet. "Don't cry! Don't freaking cry!" Ugh. I need to breathe. Are all the stories gonna be like this? Because, another punch, and still another. Chaim was not planning to stop punching Alex. Now though, with Chaim's hand still fastened to the front of his shirt, Alex looked straight at Chaim for the first time since coming to the dock. "Why didn't you ever answer Minna's letters? That's all she was hoping for. A letter from you." So he knew. Alex knew everything. Why? Did he read them? That feels even worse. It's terrible out there in the country. Anybody who wants to can find out who wrote letters and who got them. Everybody out there is like family. Everybody but Minna, that is. If Alex had wanted to, he could have quashed Minna's letters easily. Then not one of her sad little lies would have reached Chaim. But instead, Alex had read the letters, resealed the envelopes, oh my god, I can't even read, and sent them to Chaim one after another. He had internalized Minna's sad little lies and started looking for Chaim's answers even before she did. the freak? Oh, this is so sad. Chaim stopped his fist in midair and asked, "How could I have possibly answered her?" "Why not?" Alex retorted. "You knew how trapped she was feeling. You must have known how much encouragement one word from you could have given her. But you were Minna's husband." "Yes, that's true. But you were always the one deepest in her heart. I knew that. And because I knew it, there was only one thing I could do." No, that couldn't be. Oh my god, what is happening? Can I just... I'm gonna just throw away my tears. Astounded, Chaim lowered his fist as Alex said to him, "I wrote to her. I pretended I was you, and I wrote her letter after letter. Be strong, I told her. Keep your spirits up. I'll come to see you soon. You're too strong, Chaim, so you can't understand the feelings of weak people. But I don't have that problem. I'm weak. I understand how a weakling like Minna felt." Alex cried, the blood streaming from his nose and mouth. Oh. The music isn't helping, y'all. Can I just stop? He read to her. He wrote to her. Pretending to be Chaim. There is one thing I don't know though, Chaim. I don't know whether Minna actually believed that the letters I wrote were from you, or whether she knew what I was doing and pretended to believe. I wonder, was life in my village so painful to her that she couldn't go on living there without pretending to believe? I made no attempt to answer Alex's question. Slowly, he let the strength go out of his clenched fist and released his grip on Alex's shirt. Oh my god, I don't know what is worse! The fact that Minna probably knew that it was Alex who wrote back to her instead of Chaim. Alex drew a step back from him, then took another step, putting distance between them before his final revelation. There was one letter, just one, that I didn't send to you. That was 3 months ago. It was the first letter in which Minna begged you for help. She said she wanted to run away and ask you to come save her as soon as possible to rescue her and the baby. That was the letter Alex threw away. Posing as Chaim, he wrote a 2-word answer. Be strong. The day after she read the letter from Alex, Minna hanged herself in the barn. Can I continue? I don't know. You just keep on coming, and I can't read if I'm crying. Chaim stood rooted to the spot, crestfallen. This left him momentarily defenseless. Alex shot his fist at Chaim's solar plexus. Though his feeble blow could hardly be called a punch, the pain it inflicted might have been greater for Alex's own fist than for Chaim's superbly conditioned muscles. What an idiot I was. Be strong. Such words might have meant something to somebody like you, but to burden a weak person like Minna with them, no. They could only break and crush her. God. Yo, I'm trying to be strong. Alex, you stupid idiot. Alex gave another tearful, self-disparaging smile and thrust his face toward Kym. So hit me. I don't give a damn. Hit me all you want. Beat the hell out of me. But let me ask you this, Kym. If I had sent her last letter to you, would you have finally answered that one? Would you have been able to accept Minna in all her weakness? Kym did not know how to answer this question, nor did he raise a clenched fist to Alex again. Alex, you should have just sent him this letter. Then Kym would probably, hopefully, have talked with Alex. So ended the story of Kym and Alex. Alex turned and walked away, but Kym could not bring himself to call out to him. Simply stood there, drained of all emotion, and watched him go. Alex did, however, turn to face Kym again when he had put enough distance between them, so that Kym could barely make out his voice. I can tell you this much, Kym, he shouted. I'm going to raise that boy of mine. I'll make him into a man of my village. I may have been too weak to be a husband, but as a father I'll do better. I'll make him happy. Kym returned his words with a silent nod. Alex allowed the hint of a smile to show on his badly swollen face. He then turned on his heels once more and strode away. Kym never saw Alex again. Every now and then, Kym remembers Alex and Minna as he proceeds on his endless long journey. When he thinks back on what he himself was like in those days, wanting only to be strong in all things, the memory is a bitter one. If only he had been the person he is today. The present-day Kym would not have rejected such a human weakness. Now he can accept the fact, sometimes with a pained smile, sometimes with a genuine heartbreak, that everyone is weak. Oh my god, this is such a heavy story. If only he could begin his journey again. Minna might not have had to die. But this is no more than a hopeless dream. He meets them only once, and they are gone forever. The mortals, the humans, the ones without eternal life. This is what makes them all the more dear to him. This is what makes his breast burn for them. Will anything top this in sadness? Aware now that he has failed to love human weakness throughout his battles and his wanderings, Kym turns his steps toward Alex's old village. Alex himself, of course, is long since dead. But Alex's descendants, he can tell at a glance. They have brown skin. Brown-skinned youths are the ones in charge of the village festivals. Brown-skinned old women teach girls how to weave floral decorations. Brown-skinned children are those who are not brown, and those who are not brown play together in all innocence, free of care. Perhaps this can comprise a tiny epilogue to the story of Alex, Kym, and Minna. Bittersweet, but I'm glad. The graves of Alex and Minna lie side by side atop a low, windswept hill. Kym picks flowers from the field and offers them at the doomed couple's graves before returning to the road. What is human strength after all? Kaim still does not know the answer to this question. And this is why, again today, his journey must go on. The end. Oh my gosh! Guys, this was such a sad story. Oh my gosh. That was heavy! Guys, we're gonna stop this episode on this heavy note, but I hope you still enjoyed this video. Yeah, let me just go to the bathroom and cry some more. Yeah, thank you for watching and bye bye!